Hello everyone, Cap here, and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. I had a couple of matches yesterday, but two in particular I would like to show you. Both matches I was being aggressed on, so my opponents did play aggressive, tried to push towards my tower quickly, played aggro basically, and I did defend. So let me show you those two matches. Let's get into the first one. Opponent and I both around 1850 MMR, and I am starting as heavy armor specialist with crawlers and stormcallers. And my opponent is quick supply with crawlers and steel balls. Looking at the start with crawlers and steel balls, and also my opponent being quick supply, I kind of expect this to be aggro, and that's why I'm positioning the way I am here. I'm focusing on my right side. It's a gamble, it's 50-50. I expect my opponent, hopefully, to play aggro on this side. But, again, it's a gamble, I don't know. But even if I'm wrong, I still think this is better positioning than just spreading it out across the board. So, if I'm wrong here, my opponent will take the other tower kind of quickly. But most of the tower debuff will run out by the time their army engages with my rest of the army. So I still think it's better this way, even if you're wrong on the call which side they are going aggressive on. And I'm adding 2 packs of fangs in front of the tower vertically, so they are as annoying as possible and take as long as possible to get through. Also do help with chaff clear against crawlers, a little bit at least. Not the best, but it does help. Stormcallers sometimes hit a couple of crawlers and then there are like a handful of crawlers left, and those handful of crawlers can oftentimes be taken out by the fangs then. Anyways, my opponent did actually go aggressive on the right side, so my call here was correct. Oh, I got lucky, or whatever you want to call it. But I do have a ton of chaff, which is distracting a lot. So everything gets clumped up, and my stormcallers can actually hit quite well here, and are taking down these steel balls. And yeah, I was actually able to defend this. And there is mass-produced Wraiths, and my opponent does not have anti-air just yet, so I'm thinking, hey, why not? Let's try to defend with Wraiths here. Could be fun at the very least, but it's also decent here. Still, my opponent no anti-air yet, and might add some Mustangs or something, but even Mustangs can take quite a while to take down a Wraith. And I do have a lot of chaff and everything, so yeah, maybe Wraith is going to work out here. And I'm also adding just 1 more pack of fangs here. More chaff and more help with clearing the crawlers, basically. And yeah, let's see. And my opponent also did go for mass-produced Wraiths, but already could buy 2, because still had creds left from quick supply. And as it turns out, 2 Wraiths are better than 1 Wraith. Wowee. So yeah, I'm losing here. But okay, now I know my opponent also going for these shenanigans. Let's see what we can do about this here. There's an amp core. Yeah, let's pick it up and let's just pump up my Wraith and also get 2 more Wraiths. So at this point, just spamming Wraiths seems to be a good idea. For one, I do have mass produced, so I do want to put out a couple. But also, Wraiths are pretty good into this board. So it will be decided by whoever has more Wraiths. or whoever wins the ground wars quicker. So let's see how this goes. Opponent defending flanks with sentries and also put one Wraith on the left there, which is moving towards my tower uncontested, unfortunately. Do not have anything over there. And I'm actually doing well on the right side. I would win this. Now the tower debuff comes in though. Is it still enough? Kind of close here. Can take down most of the Wraiths. Final Wraith though, going to be too much. Yep. Too much HP. Alright. So I gotta defend my other tower. Or at least delay the push. And their speed specialist. Don't really like that because my opponent definitely wants that, I'm pretty sure. I'm considering senior defense or nano repair kit here. And I am picking the nano repair kit after all. I kind of want... So I'm getting pressured from multiple sides now and I definitely do want credits to spam units as well as get a tech here. So I got the range tech now on the Wraiths. If my opponent does not get the range tech, I basically win this round for free, more or less. Because range Wraiths definitely better than non-range Wraiths. And leveling the Fangs, because they actually do something here, they help with taking down the crawlers. My opponent unfortunately also went for range on the Wraiths, so no advantage there, but also no disadvantage. So if I did not get range here, I would have gotten wrecked, I'm pretty sure. For now though, I do have a ton of chaff, which my opponent does not. I definitely have a lot more chaff, and that does help distract these Wraiths for quite a while here. And even though my opponent has a level advantage on the Wraiths, so multiple level 2 Wraiths, and one of them does have the amp core as well, I'm still ahead here. And yeah, I won the left side as well, could take the tower here, and yeah, that's the round for me. So I don't think I would have won that round if I picked Senior D. Not fully sure, but yeah, would have been a lot more credits invested into that. Definitely liked picking up the Wraith, more crawlers, and the range tech. Picking up Photon here, just to be able to defend here properly on the right. My opponent might also pick it, and yeah. I also want my units to stay alive for longer, so I don't kind of auto lose on the right because my opponent picked Photon and I didn't. Also getting levels on the Wraiths. Leveling whenever I can. Leveled Wraiths. So good. And I'm picking up 2 more Wraiths as well here. At this point, I might as well commit. Getting also the tower health. Bit awkward, I still have 150. Not fully sure what to do with it. I could recruit 1 extra pack of chaff, I guess. And I might actually do that. Or I'm picking up the mobile beacon. And I'm mobile beaconing 1 Wraith here across the map towards the tower right away. So I might be able to get that tower debuff a little bit quicker, or yeah, we will see how that works out. My opponent added some more stuff on the left as well, some crawlers and some steel balls. One steel ball with like no health, unfortunately, on the left tower, and it did take the tower there. This one steel ball with this little health made all the difference here. That tower debuff completely screwed me. I was so unlucky. But yeah, opponent also did get Mech Rage on the steel balls, but Mech Div, Mechanical Division on the steel balls, so they pop out crawlers when they die, which is quite good here, because just creating additional chaff over time, that will distract my stuff. And here I picked the I picked the advanced firepower control system, but I was trying to click on Iron Blast here, by the way. And I wanted to Iron Blast the Wraiths on the right and the steel bolts and everything. But yeah, I guess I misclicked somehow. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I misclicked on the advanced firepower control system and I put it on the level 2 Wraith there in the middle now. I guess it's okay, but still annoying because I did not want that. And here I'm doing something that I kind of made up on the spot and that seemed pretty good. There is a gap there. And as you can see, I'm not trying to take the tower, but I have the crawlers there, and if the space is open, they will run through and they will pull the left part of my opponent's army, as well as some crawlers there from the right and everything, and should pull a ton of my opponent's army back deep into my opponent's battlefield. And that could really help me out. So I could basically split the army to a degree and also delay the push in from the left, which came in last turn and did take the tower and everything. And yeah, my opponent added more there, but some of the crawlers are actually getting through the gap there and are pulling all the crawlers and the steel bolts and 2 Wraiths, which is so good on the left. Yeah, not getting pushed in, and that one Wraith staying back and now getting attacked all by itself. So I actually split the army as well. Yeah, this mobile beacon crawler, I'm really proud of that. That was so good. It did actually do a lot here. And yeah, now everything comes back, but I do have the double Wraith there, and my opponent only has the 1 Wraith left. I took the care of the level 2 Wraith already, and now I'm good enough here. Also, I did not mention, I did pick up the, I think it's called Floating Artillery Array. So my Wraiths do have 8 cannons instead of 4. Which definitely helped deal a lot of damage quickly there to all my opponent's units. And yeah, kind of trying to get through there again with the mobile beacon potentially. But also, let's take a credit, temp speeds, temp range and everything. My opponent is really low, so this could be the last round, and I'm trying to finish here, especially with the orbital as well. Getting all the levels on the Wraiths here. And I am unlocking Phoenixes because... And I'm cancelling the mobile beacon because... My opponent is only defending with 1 sentry. And I can put a crawler there. They will tank the sentry. And Phoenix is right behind, and mobile beacon everything in. I don't even need the mobile beacon necessarily, but this way the Phoenix will take both towers. Without mobile beacon it would probably only take 1 tower. But anyways, this way, yeah, crawlers will tank the sentry and Phoenix will get the tower. It's a bit risky to have your tower defended by only 1 sentry, especially in the later rounds. And I'm trying to take advantage of that. I noticed it earlier, and I was actually saving it for the final turn potentially to do this trick. So yeah, Phoenix will come in here. Opponent also went for orbital. And fight is kind of close. However, Phoenix flank coming in and tower debuff, and now everything gets absolutely wrecked here. And yeah. do not defend your flank in the later rounds with just one sentry. It's kind of risky. And yeah, GG. Mass-produced Wraiths versus mass-produced Wraiths was kind of fun here. My personal highlight, it didn't seem like much maybe, but my personal highlight were the crawlers with the mobile beacon that were pulling half the army for forever and splitting them up as well. That was so funny. But yeah, anyways, let's get into the second match. Alright, second match here. Opponent also, once again, 1837, so pretty similar MMR. I'm starting as supply specialist with crawlers and phoenixes. And my opponent does have crawlers and mustangs. I did not check the starting SPC yet, I'm pretty sure. Opponent is a cost control specialist. And opponent seems to be going aggressive here once more. This time I actually did not expect this fully. Could have once again just put everything or most of the stuff on one half, I guess. But I honestly didn't really think about it. I was just brain AFK positioning standard without thinking too much about it. Arclight's really good here against crawlers and mustangs. However, there is quite a lot on the board. I'm still winning this round, but a lot still died though. There is mass-produced sledgehammers. If you've watched a couple of my videos, I mention it every time I see it. I absolutely love this card. And this is also one of the perfect scenarios for it. So defending aggro with crawlers and mustangs so far. Potentially even steelboards or something. I don't care. Whatever comes here, mass-produced sledgehammers are so good right now. And I'm putting them vertically like this because this way, for one, if my opponent does add steel bolts, they will tank better and it will take my opponent longer to get through, but also this way they are better at clearing the chaff because they are staggering their attacks. And my opponent did also go for mass-produced sledgehammers. So kind of interesting, going for crawler, mustang and mass-produced sledgehammers here. But yeah, for now, my chaff clear just so much better than my opponent's because of the arc lights, but also the vertical sledgehammers and everything. And also, phoenixes do help against the sledgehammers as well. So I'm ahead here for now. Missile strike. Try and take down those mustangs and maybe also the sledgehammers. And yeah, I'm just adding 3 more packs of sledgehammers because why not? Also, I'm putting one in the flank here because this will pull the crawlers from behind the tower and will also take down the crawlers from behind the tower. And it will force my opponent to do something about that in the future turns. So my opponent will have to commit some type of unit or a sentry or whatever the next turns to deal with my sledgehammers in the flank there. And yeah, having or forcing my opponent to kind of spread out their resources across the board, or just having to put something somewhere else other than aggro is good for me, because that makes defending easier. Alright, let's see. Opponent did go for a bubble, which is really good here. Also more sledgehammers and range on the mustangs. By the way, looking at this now, this would have been also a perfect game for carry Arclights, by the way. Mass-produced Sledgehammers and Mustangs and Crawlers. All really good targets for Arclights when they level and get tags and everything. But I was so focused on the mass-produced Sledgehammers. Did not really consider it anyways. And yeah, so far so good. Also took down the bubble there. Minus 100 credits for my opponent. Pretty good. Picking up top supply, round 4 here. Opponent did get double level on the Mustangs, and one Mustang pack does have the improved firepower control system, so plus 100% damage. Mustangs are kind of getting not out of hand, but they can definitely change the tide here. Level 2 Mustangs, and one of them with item, and they have range. We will find out. I'm considering going armor here, by the way, on the Sledgehammers. But it's a bit early. My opponent still only has 2 packs of Mustangs. And yeah, for now I'm actually going Mech Rage, because that helps with everything. So with the chaff clear, with winning against the Sledges, as well as the Mustangs also. So Mech Rage seems like it was a good idea here. Leveled the Phoenixes there, by the way, in anticipation of anything else, really. It's not necessarily good right now. Level doesn't really matter all that much in this at this moment, but my opponent might add something else still, or like a giant or something, and then I will need the damage. But yeah, for now, my opponent also, I think, more Sledgehammers, and also Mech Rage on the Sledgehammers. I didn't fully see. But on the right side is actually moving in now. Too many Sledgehammers, with the Sledgehammers in the flanks and everything. Pushing in from the right side, and the level 2 Mustangs, once again, kind of strong already. And yeah. This is a round for my opponent here. And my opponent did get Mech Rage on the Sledgehammers as well. I was losing on the right side, and yeah, I'm picking up Portable Shield here, and I'm actually leveling one of the Sledgehammers now. And I'm picking up the armor finally, after all, because, yeah, well, I lost last round, and I'm very sure that the Mustangs were a big part of that. They just shred through mass-produced Sledgehammers. Especially the one with the item there. Also getting range on the Arclights to make sure they can once again deal potentially better with the Mustangs as well. And I'm getting more Arclights. Now I have 4 Arclights with range. Kind of good. Against, yeah. Once again, I could have gone carry Arclights here. Arclights are very good in this scenario as well. Plus I even have armor attack on the Arclights, so if that would have been needed, I could have also picked up armor on the Arclights, but yeah, I was too distracted and too focused on mass-producing Sledgehammers. My opponent did go for some Overlords here. I do have 2 packs of Phoenixes, and one is level 2. So if I win the ground wars kind of nicely, then my phoenixes could be enough to take down the overlords. And also, yeah, my sledgehammers are holding out for quite a while longer. Obviously not against the overlords, but definitely against the mustangs. And yeah, I'm winning the ground fight, and my phoenixes can lock on and take down the overlords here. Armor on the sledgehammers really helped, and also the range and additional arc lights. And there is Orbital, and my opponent obviously has everything stacked up. So Orbital pretty neat here. Might put bubbles down, or probably will put bubbles down, but we will find out. Also, I'm putting down bubbles because my opponent probably going to do the same here. Going to pick Orbital. And once again, my hit squad coming in here. A pack of crawlers to potentially tank a sentry or whatever. And Phoenix is behind. And I'm moving in, not from the flank this time, but from the front there. We'll also take down some sledgehammers on the way to the tower. So let's see if that works out. But once again, this is kind of a finishing move, basically. Orbital and Missile Strike coming down, and yeah, also trying to take a tower here. This could be the game. Picking up range on Phoenixes. And I should have taken a credit and gotten the temp buffs as well, by the way. That was a mistake. Yeah, Phoenix is on the left, not really getting to the tower, but I'm holding out on the right side, and finally left tower is going down. And yeah, once again I did win the ground fight because of my ranged arc lights and everything. My opponent did get mothership upgrade to spawn some wars, but it's not enough. I won the ground fight pretty hard, and I also added a couple of phoenixes as well, and yeah. That is too much. GG's. Mass-produced sledgehammers are pretty neat. But yeah, alright. Thank you guys for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.